Alright, now it's time to do Dead of the Night, which I honestly enjoyed for a little bit, and for the longest time I actually hated this map for how difficult it was, at least on Xbox. So, how we're going to start it off, obviously get the Sentinel artifact, and then what I personally do is I go to the bookcases and collect the books in a certain order. It's going to be Sickle, Star, the U looking thing, and then the sad looking tree. That's the U looking one, and then the sad tree is going to be in the bottom left of this bookshelf right here. And the reason why I do this is because you can actually get a silver bullets or even a better weapon, but right here I get utter trash with the escargot. Next thing that we're going to be doing is going to be unlocking Pack-a-Punch, which there's going to be 3 locations. First one's going to be the master bedroom. You're going to see a vase that's going to have a puff of smoke coming out of it. All you're going to do is break open the vase and get a few kills into it, and then obviously gaze into the stone. These are going to be small challenges that you're going to have to do. So the first one's going to be at Zeus, so you're just going to have to walk up to it, and then I make my way over to the library, picking up the candelabra, just so I can get silver bullets, and again, smashing open the smoking vase for the crystal, get a few kills. And then next one is going to be the baby doll. Then I go all the way to dining room, pick up that one for silver bullets, and then go to the wine cellar down in the basement, picking up this last piece for silver bullets, making the silver right there. And then obviously gazing into this one, and it's going to be a clock. Now for the baby doll, this one is either going to be the baby doll or it's going to be one of the random paintings that's going to be like scratched out. You're just going to do a simple escort step. It normally should take you over to either where Pack-a-Punch is or into the graveyard. Mine just so happened to go into the graveyard. Then the next one, or before I actually leave, I'm actually going to pick up the guano or the bat shit of what I like to call it. Then I go over to the laboratory, go and pick up the crystal meth looking thing, and then Zeus ended up actually being here, so I ended up picking this one up as well just so I can get it out of my way. This one is a little bit of a pain in the ass because the vampires tend to spawn in very late, so be aware of that, and it looks like you're about to die when you're not. And then always remember to pick up the tuning forks. And then in the meantime, I obviously built the shield just for extra protection because I haven't done this Easter egg in a while. And it turned out that the clock step was right here. And it's just simply stand in the circle, wait for the time to run out. And then you're going to get your tuning fork. And again, always remember to pick them up. And then after you get the bat guano, the crystal meth, and then the charcoal that's in one of the fireplaces, just going to simply go to the library. That's where you're going to get silver bullets, and you're going to melee that wall bookcase, and that's just going to be for a part for the Alistair or the Chaos Theory. Then obviously take all 3 of your tuning forks, go to the forest of the map, which is what I like to call it. You're going to open it up, and I always prefer to take the Spitfire, and always make sure that this weapon has silver bullets on it, because we need a part from the werewolf, because you need to kill the werewolf with silver bullets so that they can drop their dark matter or their chaos material. And then at this point you can gaze into all 3 stones again just so you can get those challenges activated, and here's just clips of me doing it. These 3 challenges are always going to be the same, where it's going to be the effigy, the knights, and then the next one's going to be the telescope. And then right here is just me getting the Alistair's Annihilator right here for free, which there are just 4 symbols hidden around the map, which I honestly just looked up because there's too many spots for them. And then what you're going to do with the chaos material that you got from the werewolf, put it in the laboratory machine, wait about 10-ish seconds, and then go to one of the crafting benches and craft your chaos theory. After that, you can go over to the graveyard and shoot the top of the mausoleum with a gun that has silver bullets. And then right here, you're just going to turn each wheel with what they say on screen, and then rinse and repeat until it is complete. This works every single time. There are ways to do it in a certain order, but that tends to be a little iffy from time to time. And then right here, I'm actually going to have to be picking up Bile, and you have to pick it up when it's the whirlwind, and it has to be specifically on vampires. Then you're going to go to the forest, grab the mushrooms by turning a zombie. Then once you have the full thing of bile, you're going to go back to the graveyard to smear it all over this gravestone or this coffin. And then the red vampire is going to spawn. Simply kill it, and it's going to drop some material. Obviously pick it up. This is me upgrading it. Now, if you're colorblind, easiest way that I've seen it is it's the light that is slightly flickering or like kind of blinking a little bit, as you can see in the footage. And then as it spawns, just simply shoot it as fast as possible. I'm not sure if the werewolf spawns every time, but for me it spawned, and I think that's just random chance. And again, don't forget the material. And now the infamous scratch step. There is no easy way to do this. I just looked it up and went to the Reddit just because they have pictures of every single spot that you can. Right here I got waves, which is going to be an 8. And it's going to be a mess. Because I think this took me a few rounds, and I even messed this step up once before. I'm not sure if I messed it up twice. But you're going to get these 3 numbers. And as you can see, I got waves, 69, and H. These are actually, like, I forgot what it's, astrology signs. And you're going to go in the least to greatest order. So in my order, it's going to be H, waves, and then 69. Going to simply melee it into the terminal, and then afterwards you should be able to turn this crank it with your shield, and then bash it so that it locks. And then you're going to go over to this lightning trap, activate it, walk into it so you have the lightning shield, kind of like from Zetsubo, and then you're going to melee the telescope. That's what's going to finish off the telescope challenge, and it's going to reveal this lockdown, in which if you have both of the materials beforehand, this is a great time to analyze those materials and get the parts for Alistair's Annihilator, just so you have a much more powerful wonder weapon, which can help you in this entire little lockdown, in which I did not get. I just did one, and then everything got too hectic. And then werewolves are going to spawn, so be careful of that. And then once you see a screen flash, all zombies are dead, so you can actually craft your Annihilator. And then always remember to pick up these tablets, and it always is going to give you a max ammo. Next ones, we're going to go into the graveyard, and you're going to be shooting these bare trees that just disappear with leaves. You can use an explosive weapon to shoot down these branches, or you can use a regular gun. I just preferred using an Annihilator, but at this time I didn't have it in the game, but I did it slightly early. And then after you pick up 5, you're going to find your gravestone, in which you're just going to simply interact with them, and then your screen should look like this. Then you're going to take your Annihilator, and you're going to want the fire effect, in which for me, I didn't get for the longest time, which is just extremely unlucky because I sat here for like a minute just switching through them. After that, you're just going to shoot it at the ground, and then you're going to hold F or your interact button, so F, square, or X, and it's going to take you through Falling the Pit of Hell, I believe, or that's what everyone seems to call it. And so you are now going to be finding a ghost in your ghost form. It tends to mostly spawn in the entrance hall right next to Danu. And then you're simply just going to escort it. This one is always going to be escorted down back to the graveyard. And then right here, she's going to stop right here. And then a light of fire. And then you're just going to simply interact with the stone that falls onto the ground right here. Then the next thing is we're going to do the fireplace challenge. Find one of your circle or fire cores. Put it in any of the traps. I put the one in library just because it's easiest. You're going to simply activate it, charge shot of your Annihilator, shoot at it, or shoot the trap so it turns into blue, and then you can do these in any order, but I just personally do this one closer, so it's going to be the smoking room first, and then you're going to go all the way back to the library. You're going to hit this right fireplace, then the left fireplace, and then you're going to end up in the billiards room, or the pool table room, whatever you want to call it. Then you can simply swap the shield away just so you don't get any more. And luckily I had this lightning zombie to kind of hold the round off for me because he doesn't walk too fast. So again, we're going to have to do this 3 times. Now for this one, we are going to go up to the master bedroom, in which it is going to be the trophy fireplace first. Then it's going to be the master bedroom, and then it's going to be in the music hall, which is just to the right as you follow on screen. Going to be in the music hall, hit this fireplace, and then it's going to end all the way down into the dining room. Now this one is a little bit of a stretch, so if you do have your tonic perk of Odin being stamina up, this one challenge should be fairly easy. And always remember to pick up the little crystals, because I'm not sure if you can continue the step afterwards. And then for the final fire trap, this one is always difficult for me to look online. I always remember the Mozu wall by fireplace, because the Mozu is right there. Then you're going to go up to the east hallway gallery, get that fireplace, and then the opposite fireplace from the Mozu, and then up onto the west gallery balcony type deal. Melee that, and then that should be your final crystal. Then there's going to be knights hidden all around the map. That is going, and they're always going to spawn at the same place. First one's going to be at the graveyard. Next one's going to be at the laboratory. And then the next one is going to be in the main hall right next to where the dining room is. Then you're going to take all 3 floating crystals into the forest, and there's going to be little symbols on the ground. Just make sure that they go over them. And then now once you see a knight spawn like this, they turn into a soul box, and they're going to move 2 times each one. So you're going to have to move them a total of 6 times until they get right next to the pack-a-punch. And right here, you see me have an oh shit moment, because I should have used my specialist weapon here to get me out of this messy area, where I actually end up going down out of a zombie that just came out of nowhere. And so you can actually still get kills while you're down, so that's a little fun fact. I ended up starting the graveyard lockdown challenge just because I wanted to change the scenery. And so how I personally do it, and which I don't know why I do, I stand in the mausoleum, in which this is a horrible idea, because once it starts to get hectic in here, it is horrible. Like right here, I have no specialist weapon, and as you see, I have 25 HP. I am one shot, and werewolves come in, and then they just body block you. And right here, I thought I was going to go down, but thank God for the Spitfire having silver bullets. And right here is when I decided to leave, which was my best decision that I've ever made. In which, obviously, you should probably train outside of the mausoleum and only go through whenever you have to. And then, obviously, again, always make sure to interact with the tablet and grab the max ammo, because it'll help you. Then afterwards, you're going to go back to the forest, or if you want to, you can do them in any order, but you're going to kill a werewolf inside this triangle. As you can see, you kind of have to be, he has to be inside the triangle. It can't be just on the edge. He has to be directly inside, because that first time, he just didn't trigger it. Then obviously, hold F, X, or square to interact with the tile, and then at this time you might as well start pack-a-punching your weapon as best as it can, just so you can get the maximum damage for werewolves and the boss fight. And fun fact about this lockdown is these crystals can actually kill zombies to help you. It doesn't happen often enough to where it's like overpowered, but they just go around and just go about their days. And then obviously here, killing the last werewolf. And this is going to be the last challenge before we actually head into boss fight, in which that's why the max ammos are kind of great right now. So we're going to walk all the way over to here, all on the left side, and obviously interact with it, and I won't come back, and incentivizing a boss fight. So with this boss fight, it's fairly simple. I'm pretty sure most of you have seen it online with multiple zombie YouTubers and such like that, that this werewolf actually goes invisible, in which there are these statues, which you'll see later on, that you're going to have to find the green spot in the map, in which, as you can see, these white ones means that they have not found it, the green ones mean that there is, and you can actually see the square on the ground, in which I just bounce back and forth between the one that haven't found them yet. So then this one's just the last one that I do, and so that is now turned in. And so now you're just going to stand into it and bait the werewolf into the square, in which that time he just missed, because that's just my luck. And so again, just stand here until he comes charging at you, as he does right here. And then obviously Spitfire, shoot him. You can throw your Wraith Fires to deal extra damage, and this is why the Spitfire is the one of the goated weapons on this map that is super cheap. And that should be your first wave. Then the second wave is just survive. You don't have to do anything with the statues. But my opinions on this map, whenever it first came out, they were horrible. Because I remember it took my friend and I, it took us like 2 hours and 40 minutes just to do this map on Xbox. And oh my god, we hated this map. And then I'm just like, dude, we have to do it again just so we can get under 2 hours so I feel good about myself. And he's like, fine, but we're not doing it anymore. And then we got like 1 hour and 58 minutes and we're like, yes, we're not touching it anymore. But then as soon as we switched over to PC, played this map, we knew it like the back of our hands, and it was actually a really nice map to play, which is shocking because a lot of people hate this map because of how many spawn points there are for different, especially for like the scratch stuff, that there are so many spawn points that you have to check for that, in which honestly it doesn't really bother me, but this map is just, it holds a little spot in my heart. And right here, I just have Brain Rot on the Spitfire just so I have a little bit of help in the boss fight. That'll just randomly help. Whenever, I just tend to always run that whenever I do boss fights. It just helps a little bit extra. But everyone has their preferences. But if you want me to do a tier list of zombie Easter eggs that I've done, so all of Black Ops 3 and pretty soon all of Black Ops 4... I would honestly enjoy doing that, but I haven't done the Easter eggs for every single map for like Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 1. So if you guys are also interested in me doing those, leave a comment, I guess. I don't know. And if you guys have any other suggestions for zombies or any other content that you guys would like to see, obviously drop them down below. I'm always willing to do them. And again, for this final phase back here, you're not going to see where the circle or square is until you turn these statues into it. And then that's when you're going to find it. And so right here, I actually end up getting very lucky. And so he just turns out to be exactly where he needed to be. And this boss fight honestly does not take that much time. And right here, I start to panic again because for some reason, my Annihilator just stopped working, or its attack just stopped working for some weird reason. And so again, I just pop another equipment right here, just so I have more Wraith Fires, because I used all of them. And so, again, rinse and repeat, spin these statues into where you need it to be. And then obviously throw down your Alistair's Annihilator shot just so you can get extra defense on it. And right here you can see he dies, and then this is where the cutscene procs, and I'll leave you guys to this one.
I've seen some strange things in my time, but this takes the cake.
Good thing you're better at shooting than fortune telling. Now where's the bar? I worked up a powerful thirst.
Wait! Did you see that?
What now? What the hell does this mean?
It means you are not worthy. Witch! Ragged! Pompous ass! Ah, bastard! Ensure the prisoner completes his journey.
Where is my father? What have you done to Alistair Rhodes?
You are already too late. You cannot stop what is to come.
my father? Godfrey, talk to me! Ah! Damn it! Dad!
My dearest Scarlet, if I have already fallen prey to the Order, these are the only people I trust to help you stop them.
Now, if you guys did enjoy this map of Dead of the Night, next week is possibly going to be Ancient Evil. If not, it's probably going to be me redoing 9 because I want revenge on that map. But if you guys did enjoy, please like and subscribe down below. Comment down what your favorite part is and if any other videos that you want me to do. And I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.